System is very fast like you, like boys. So here, now I need to take one file name, new. First program we are taking, basic program. First program, inheritance program 1.py. Program for demonstrating. First I will explain non-inheritance program, I will tell you. Non-inheritance PROC 1.py. A program without inheritance I am going to take up. Simple example. Try to follow. So I'm taking one class. Taking here C1. Class C1 I am taking. DEF display 1. Display 1. There I am taking print of display 1. Display 1. What is this now? Instance method. Instance method I am taking. Just one example I am taking it. Next I am going to take it. One more type of class I will take it. Class C2. Class C2. DEF display 2. Display 2 I am going to take it. Print of what I am taking? Display 2 instance method. I am taking instance method. Instance method I am taking. Or display 1 instance method, display 2 instance method. How many class objects? Come on, fast. Two. Two objects are there. Two classes are there. Separate classes. Now I want to execute these two functions. What I will do? What I will do? Main program I will write it. Two functions want to execute means what should I do? Create an object of what? C1 class. O1 is equal to what? C1. O1 is equal to C1. What should I do? O1 dot display 1. Display 1. Create one more called what? O2 is equal to what? C2 of. What should I do now? O2 dot display 2. Display 2. These are totally how many things are there with me? Two objects created plus two functions also created. Each function is also called one object. Each function is also one object. They are taking separate memory space or not? So let us run. Totally how many things I created? 4. So if I have 6 classes are there, 6 objects I will create and 6 times their corresponding methods I will execute. This is obviously coming. Display 1 instance method, display 2 instance method is also coming. Able to follow? Now, further, what I am expecting now is the same example. I want to do through an inheritance example. Through inheritance, I want to rewrite INH PROC 1.py. INH PROC 1.py. So I'm writing PROC 1.py. There I am writing what you know, students. Class C1, there I will write DEF display 1 of like this. There I am writing print of C1. C1. What is this now? Display 1. Instance method. Instance method. Just written. We do calculation also inside of it. One more class I will write it. One more class I will take it as what? C2. C2 I will take it. In that display 2 I am having C2 display 2 I am having like this instance method I am taking. Are you able to follow? Now in this case C1 and C2 display 2 and then display 1. Here I am writing main program. Main program I am going to take up. Here I am going to take up now inside of it. As we seen that two objects are created today, is there any possibility that I don't want to create two objects? This was created by somebody. I want the same thing in my class C2. I need to think about how to minimize my memory space. For the simple technique, don't create two objects. Get this memory space inside of where? C2. So what should I do? I will write of C1. What is this inheritance is called? Single inheritance. Simple mechanism. Single inheritance. Once you take a class C1, the display one definition as it is coming into C2. So in C2, how many functions are available? You see the symbol itself. This symbol, are you observing? What this symbol is called? Inheritance symbol. If we remove this, just to remove once, symbol gone. If I just write it, the symbol is coming. What is that indicates? Inheriting. Inheriting indicates what? That entire definition, whatever is available, coming into C2. So we never write the same code once again. Number two, same memory space will not be taken for the display one in the context of display two. So I will create which object? C1 is called which class now? Here C1 is called which class? Come on, boys. You're almost out of order, I think so. Totally become senior citizen. Senior citizens ke senior citizens మీరు వాళ్ళే మీకు హెల్పర్స్. వాట్? స్పీక్ అవుట్. నేను అడిగినప్పుడు unnecessarily speaking is not correct. So what is C1? Base class. C2 derived class. Here C2 is called a derived class. C2 is called a derived class. So done. So this is done. Next I will create an object of what? C1 or C2? C2. So how do you create? C1 of C2. O2. What is the C2? C2. Why you are creating an object of C2? Because we discussed it. When I go for C1 to C2, C2 to C3, and C3 to C4, if I go for it, I will create an object of C4 only, because all these properties are coming to where? C4. C4. Now I'll go to O2 dot, just to see, just press O2 dot. What is coming? On the top, you see display 1 and display 2 are as it is coming. But in my class, I did not write what? Display 1 at all. I am not writing it. So I will call it as what? Display 1. O2 dot what? Display 2. Display 2, I wrote it. Now tell me how the line number 11 flow. Line number 11 flow, how do you understand? Display 1 called with respect to what? O2. O2, O2. Are you following? Display 2 called with respect to what? O2. O2 is an object of what? C2. PVM control goes to where? C2. Looking for what? Display 1. There are not there? Come on. There are not there? Madhubabu not there. It is there virtually. Online students are there in my class or not there? Yes, sir. There are not there? Virtually they are available. Physically not there. They are virtually available. That is available and it is getting executed. So display 2, physically available, that is getting executed. Try to run this example. You got both the answers or not? In this case, if you carefully follow, in this case, how many functions are there with me? How many functions are there with me? This is my program. This is my another program. In this place, how many objects created? 2 objects created. Here, how many objects created? 1 object created. That to which object? Bottommost class object. If I just take a big hierarchy, C1 to C2, C2 to C3, and C3 to C4, if it is a non-inheritance, separate objects I need to create, and separate functions I need to call. But in the inheritance case, I will create for all of them what? 1 object only I will create, and I will call this method separately or not? Definitely it reduces my memory space. Correct or not? So inheritance is better compared to non-inheritance approach. Compared to inheritance, polymorphism is the best. Polymorphism uses which concept? Inheritance. Polymorphism and inheritance, if I see, which one is the best? Polymorphism. Because polymorphism provides some extra facility that I will explain in the same class. Clear or not clear? Clear. So if I come to this place, C2 is a derived and C1 is called what? Base. Now this you keep it. This is non-inheritance related thing. This is called inheritance related thing. Let me go for some calculation part. Actually, my interest is to explain inheritance with polymorphism. But I want to split to give you the clarity on my example. Let me go to the next one. Inheritance PROG2.py. One more example. There I am taking. There I am taking INH PROG2.py. There I am saying class. I am taking C1. DEF something like a display1 I am taking. There I am writing self.a is equal to self.a. Here I will write, students, get a is equal to, I am just taking about 100. This is my function name. Today I am talking about what? Earlier one is taking what? Function getting inherited or not. Today I am talking about data member inheritance also I am taking. Take care, students. Now I am taking class C2. There I am taking DEF. What is this now? Get B. I am taking. At the end of it, self.b is equal to 200 I am taking. Okay. Now I am taking one main program. I am taking. O2 is equal to what? C2 off. Print off what I am writing? O2 dot underscore get off. What is an output? Come on. Empty. So this is an empty. Now I want to place two values inside of O2. What is the possibility to call? Only one function is available, get B only, because I did not apply which concept? Inheritance. So I get A, if I call, error will come. What is that error? Option A, attribute error. Option B, method not found error. Option C, syntax error. Option D, value error. Come on. Huh? Method. Correct. మీ మనసులోనే తెలుసు నాకు. You want to say this. It is not there. What is that now? Attribute error. When I written this, your answer was this only. But when I wrote the second one, this is the correct answer you felt. So you will attract towards wrong quickly. So error will come. Just look at that. Which error it is? Attribute error. So it is asking get B, get A is not there. To avoid that problem, we'll write what now? C1. See that error gone? Now you just say get A. You try to say this once again here. You try to print it. What is happening? A is coming or not? Even though that get A was not there, it is getting executed. What is this now? O2 dot what now? Get B, you call it. Two values are coming now. A and B are getting. Now I am going to say these are the values we are getting into where? O2. Suppose now I am going to talk about let it be. In this place, I want to take up DEF. What is this now? Get or something like OP. Some operation I will do it. Some operation I am doing. Some operation. Self.c is equal to what I want to write? Self.a plus self.b. Self.a plus self.b. Because I wrote what here? C1. Suppose if I remove that C1, you will get A error. A error will come, correct? Why error will come? Because self.a was there in where? Superclass. If I want to get it, I need to write what? Inheritance. Are you following? So you just remove this C1 here once a minute. So you just say this error A is in different selection is there or not? So if I write that part C1, that is gone. Now you take up O2 created. Now I am going to write it. O2 dot, what is this now? Get B I am saying. When I say get B, what will happen? O2 is containing what? Empty. When I say get B, what will happen? Only B value will come. O2 contains what? Only B value. It will go to this place. After that, you are going to say what? O2 dot what? Operation if you say. What will be the error? Madhubabalu, what is O2 contains? Empty. When you say O2 dot get B, what will come? B only. if I want to get A, you have to call this function now. Am I calling anywhere? Now what if I call the method, then only the value will come. Otherwise, how it will come? Why are you not saying that? O2 dot operation, self dot A, do you have in O2? మీకు చెప్పాలంటే చాలా కష్టం అసలు. O2 dot what? Underscore get. Underscore get. Dict. Just run this. What is the answer? B. B only available. Now if I call O2 dot what function I am calling? Operation. What is the answer? Self dot A error or not? Why error? Because O2 data sending to whom? Self. Self contains what? B value only. Self dot B only accessible. Self dot A is not there. You'll get which error? Value not found error, attribute error, syntax error. Girls, attribute error. So see that now. Attribute error. C2 object has no attribute called what? A. So error. Go to the place. Now I need to do what? Remove this entire thing. What to do? After that, once you say get B, after that, I want to call derived class instance method. We'll call the base class instance method. మీకు అర్థం అవ్వకపోతే O2 dot what now? Get A. This is one way. Answer is coming now. Print of what I am writing. So I am writing here sum of, like this I am just writing. So here I am writing self dot A, self dot A comma, self dot B comma, self dot C. You try to write it, and I am going to say here something like this. Try to run this now. Answer is coming or not? This is one natural way I am calling everything. Another way of doing this example is like this. Here I am writing, here I am saying 3.py, 3.py, saying like this. Here I am writing, take this entire thing. Here I am saying, do this. 3.py, 3.py, there I am writing this part you see, O2. What is the value of O2? Empty. O2 empty now? Empty. Directly I am calling what function here? O2 dot operation I am calling. That will definitely give you A error, B error, C error will not come. A error and then what? B error. If I run my code, A is an error. If I remove that A, B also error will come. Because A and B are there in the methods, you need to call it. In the instance method of derived class, I am calling what? Operation method is calling get B method of same class plus get A method of base class. How do you call it? Self dot what? Get A I can call. Self dot what? Get B I can call. So this is called get B of. These things will make us to get what? In self dot A is placed, self dot B is placed, and that self values we are using here. Actually, everything is there. The beauty is there in the self only. Are you able to follow? So first, how you can understand? Understanding self is most important. Majority of the people are losing the confidence on self. The moment when you call O2 dot, first thing self O2 address kept into this A. Self dot A, in this object A value coming. Self dot B, in this self only B value will come. So self is containing A value and then next is called what? B value 200. Now self dot C extra is adding, self dot C is equal to what? 300 is added. This is the total data present that I am printing it. The oops feature. So here, if you run it, you got the output like this. I think you are getting it. So how to get the data members also you got it. And now let us move to the C1 is the base class and the C2 is the derived class. Let me go to the one more example. Students in online, I hope it is comfortable for you. Comfortable, right? Let us move to the next two students. Next, go to the another example. Inheritance PROC 3.4.py. Let us take INH PROC 4.py. Now I am taking class parent. Class parent DEF get parent property. parent property. Parent property. There I am writing. Here I am writing. Self dot pp is equal to some 4.5. Done. Keep it. Class child. Class child. There I am writing. Class child. Now I am writing. DEF. DEF. Get child property. Child property of what self. Now I am writing self dot cp. Self dot child property is equal to what is your property? Huh? Number one, forget. Number one, forget. Number two, watching YouTube, chatting. These are all your properties. Correct? Now coming to the point back. Here I'm going to say something like 1.2. Now I'm going to write it. DEF. What is the next one? Get EOT property. Chadukondi. If you say chatting like that, still small kid mentality only, kid level. How can you students already 24 years old? Almost అయిపోయింది ఇంకా. Almost everything. 22, 23 years, you have to get the job. You have to be comfortable. Still taking book and keeping like that, walking here and there, it's not correct. 22, 23 years, you should go to office. Correct? Should not sit in the chair and you should not start learning. You have to learn the subject by moving here and there like that. Okay, students, anyhow. So go to the place. Get a TOT property, self. Now I will do what now? See this now. Say what now? I'll go for what? Self dot. What is this now? TOT property. Already said to you is equal to self dot what? PP plus what? Self dot what? CP. PP giving error because it is separate thing. Child is separate. Now, child is child talent known to the parent. Parent is saying, okay, take. They are giving parent here. Parent. Now that PP property has eliminated. But PP is not there. Available, logically available. You have to enable it. To enable it, child property has to call which property? Parent property. So coming to this place, students, come to this place. Now I'm going to write main program. Main program I am writing. There, how do you write it? There, how do you write it now? Create an object of which class? Child class you create it. CO is equal to child of. Do what now? CO dot. What is this now? Total property you call it. When I say total property, you will get an error called PP error or not. For that, what you will do? Let us call it, make it faster. Self dot. What is that? Get the parent property. Next is called what? Self dot. Self dot what? Child property. Child property you call it. Able to follow? Both of them will give you that answer. And print that. Print of what is this now? Total property of child is equal to what is this now? TOT. I say TOT self dot. Yes. Self dot what? TOT property. TOT property. Try to run this now. You'll be getting 5.7. And to make it dynamic, I'll go for what? Float of input of enter parent property. Parent property. So next is called parent property. Next is called what? Child property. Child property. So what we'll do? Enter what property? Child property. Child property. So dynamically we are getting it. Run this now. Say something like 4.5 and next 0.2. So it is going to be called what? 4.7. Are you able to understand? This is called which kind of inheritance? Single inheritance. Still it is single inheritance only. Are you able to follow? Now, I will go to the one more example. Multi-level inheritance I want to introduce. Look into the students. Easy, dead easy. I will dictate one question. That question also you need to sort it out. There I am going to take up 5.py. 5.py. Careful. There I will carry this fourth one. I will get into this place. Take care. Now I am writing. This is called what you know, parent. Here I am writing. Here I am writing. Same thing. I'll carry students. Here I am writing. There I am writing. Here I am saying grandparent. Grandparent. So here I am writing grandparent. Grandparent properties. Enter what? Grandparent property. So this is called a GPP, grandparent property. So here I am writing parent got from where? Grandparent. Yes. From grandparent it is coming to where? Parent. From parent to where it is coming? Child. So grandparent properties are coming to parent. Parent properties are coming to child. This is called grandparent to parent. Parent to where? Child. This is comes under which level of inheritance? Multi-level. If you come back to this place, what I will call it as self dot get what parent? Grandparent. I'm calling all of them, even though child don't know grandparent here. From parent through it is getting coming. If we want, can print one small line of this and you can print the total values also along with this data. So let us try to print these things. Print of, I'm saying that grandparent property. Grandparent property. There I am writing. What is this now? Self dot what? So here I mentioned it GPP. Self dot what? GPP. Yes. Next is called what? Parent property. Correct? Parent property. Online students, I hope you are following. Grandparent property. What is the next? Parent property. What is this now? PP. Next I will take it what? Child property. Child property. There I will write it CP. And the total property is printed. I'm printing their values and everything. So let us run this. See this grandparent property 2.3. So your parent was intelligent 4.8. You are okay 0.2. This is our total property. Are you following this? So coming to this now. This is what is called which inheritance? Preeti, what ma? Line number 15, grandparent property. 15. 15. Yes, ma. Correct. Self dot what? GPP. Yes, ma. Preeti. Correct. So I need to go for that also. Say here 2.5. Next is called 4.5, 4.6, and 0.1. So this is 2.5, 4.6, etc. It is going to be like this. Are you following? This is about the multi-level inheritance. Actually, when inheritance come into the picture, most of the time I will apply polymorphism. What is the beauty of the, if I go to normal without inheritance, what? Grandparent separate, parent separate, child separate. How many objects? 3 objects, 3 functions. It is 6 statements I need to write. But here I am writing what? 4 statements. For all the 3, 1 class object, 3 functions, I am calling 4. But when I come to multi-level, irrespective of 3 now, 4 or 100, I will write only 2 lines. Anything, only 2 lines I will write it. I will show you that point. Don't worry. Are you okay with this? Let me go to same example with multiple I will show you. Multiple I will show you. The beauty of concept called what? Multiple. 5.py. 6, okay. 6.py. 6.py. So I'll go to this is 5. 6.py I will carry. This part I will carry here. See students. So grandparent, this is the one. Grandparent and parent is not doing well because this parent is not taking care about grandparent. But some of the grandparents will have a lot of affection on their grandchilds. And grandparent is not giving property to whom? His son, because he is doing some extra during his student time. He is saying directly give to what? Child. So he is taking what? Directly now. Grandparent comma what? Parent. What is this is comes under? Grandparent is getting into child and a parent also coming to child. Which inheritance it is? Multiple inheritance. This is called what? Multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance I am doing it. So child property, enter child property and getting as usual, both all the methods are coming inside or not. So obviously same logic. I'm not doing any changes at all. Let us run this code. Only thing is I changed the syntax. Rest of them are same. So I got it. Some 12.3 and 1.3 and 2.3. This is your data. 12.3, 1.3, 2.3. You got the answer like this. Able to follow? What inheritance it is? Multiple inheritance. Clear or not clear? Clear. Let us move to the one more inheritance I want to take up. What is this entire inheritance called? Multiple, multi-level. Next, hierarchical. So hierarchical I did not introduce. Single. Next is what? Multi-level and multiple. And regarding the hierarchical inheritance and hybrid inheritance, if you don't mind, if you wait until I introduce the polymorphism, that's better. Okay, now? So I will introduce one small question for you. You just write down. Open the notes. Students in online, I hope this is clear for you. Now I am giving one small descriptive problem. You try to understand. Write down. Write a Python program. Write a Python program which will implement the following. Write a Python program which will implement the following. Which will implement the following. Next line. Just don't write, you think about it. While writing, you think about that notes, what you are writing. Write a, okay, which will implement the following. Write down. Let us assume there exist, let us assume there exists a university. Let us assume there exists a university. There exists a university which contains university name. Let us assume there exists a university which contains university name and location. University name and location. Okay, full stop, full stop. Accept and display, accept and display, accept and display, accept and display, accept and display. University details. University details. Suppose just all of you hold on and wait there. Suppose if this question is given, they are saying implement through oops. They are saying what you will do. They are asking this. They are asking implement through oops. What you will do? You don't look at me. You think on it. What you will do? Huh? So what you will do? Option A, you will do. Option will do. Option B, nothing can do, sir. What is your answer? Nothing can do. So if you ask me, class, university, I will take two functions. One function is to read the data. One function is to display the data. That is called a class. Even that, Madhubaula. Next, continue. That is the class. Did you understand the class? Next, continue. Our next line. Let us assume. Let us assume there exists a class. There exists a class. College. There exists a class, college, which contains, which contains, which contains college name, college name and its location, and its location, and its location. Okay. Accept and display. Continue. Accept and display. Accept and display. Accept and display. College and university details. Accept and display. College and university details. Accept and display. College and university details. Then what you will do? Tell me. Hmm? What you will do? Create a college, create a class college object as a derived class object. And the college will inherit from where? University. Already university somebody developed it. Two methods are there. I will define how many methods in college? Two methods. One is what? Get the details of college, display the college details. Plus two more methods I'll get from where? University. What is that inheritance up to that? Hmm? Which type of inheritance that is? Single inheritance. Rakesh is saying, see, class, college. See how easily he is writing. Class, college is saying that university. What inheritance? Single inheritance. Single inheritance. Continue that. Next. College contains what? Tell me. College contains what? Hmm? Classrooms. College contains what? Huh? College contains what, my girls? Huh? Lecturers. Lecturers nowhere when students are not there. Right? మీకు ఏం తెలుసు అసలు ఫుల్ ఫామ్సే తెలుసు మీకు. Let us assume, let us assume there exists a student, there exists a student, there exists a student contains, contains, contains student number, student name, and course pursuing, and course pursuing, and course pursuing, and course pursuing. Are you following me? Course pursuing. Full stop. Accept and display. Accept and display. Accept and display. Student details. Accept and display. Student details. Along with college and university details. College and university details. College and university details. I hope you are following me. So what type of inheritance? Multi-level. So will you do it or shall I do it? You will or I will? You will. Student or teacher? You will do. I have doubt about you completely. No doubt of students. So if you say, sir, you will do means I will type it. If you say, sir, we'll do it means do it. So what is the hierarchy? Of course, you can do it very easily, not an issue. What is that? University. University to where? College. College to where? Student. Here, how many functions I'll take? Two. One is get university, display university. Here, get college details, display college details. Of what here? University. So that two more methods will come to this place. Student will take what? This I will take it. Get student details, display student details. Of what I will write? College I will write it. That will be coming into this place. So there are four more things are coming here. Are you able to follow? This is about, actually if you do it, it's well and good. Anybody doesn't, you'll go for it. What? You'll do? So if you don't do it, let me know tomorrow. Without going to underground, you come to the class. So if you are unable to do it, I will do it. Now I will move to the further. Shall I move to the further? So try to do that. So if anybody give the descriptive words like this, you should have to divide that problem into different pieces and able to prepare it to the type of inheritance. Okay now? So do that. That is one problematic test question. That is actually it is a test question. So try to do that. Now I'm going to introduce one more kind of concept I want to introduce in addition to the inheritance. Shall we go for it? Now, students, small concept I am adding to this. Now today, slowly I will introduce concept called what? Polymorphism I am going to introduce. Polymorphism. So, in addition to the inheritance, only inheritance application if you take it, advantages are there, no doubt in that. But if I add the polymorphism, ultimate advantage will be coming to the picture. So I will tell you what is the definition of polymorphism, I will tell you. What is the purpose of polymorphism, I will tell you. Definition of polymorphism, I will tell you. Some 5 points I will tell you about the polymorphism. And before telling that 5 points, I want to tell you what is the need of polymorphism first. And polymorphism is a favorite to the students in their colleges. For you also, it is a favorite. Some girls are already identified. SAR knows what definition we know already. I know what definition because in Java, I was looking into this polymorphism almost 22, 23 years with the polymorphism. I just discussed it. So come to that. In Python also, polymorphism same, principle is same, but syntaxes will be different. Start up. So anybody ask you polymorphism, don't tell like other faculties will tell. Poly plus morphism is equal to polymorphism. One blunder. Next one, you know all wrong things you will remember, which I said in the beginning. Correct things you will not remember. Polymorphism is a Greek word. Poly means something, morphism means something. Combining together is called multiple forms. And if anybody asks you what is a form, you will lose your form. This is what people are going to be available here. Now I am going to talk about easily. I will tell you in the class very easily. Just to look at. In olden days, I'll just take it. In olden days, before your birth, I am talking about a person want calculator, want calculator, want calculator. What they will do? They will buy what? Calculator or not? In our Python, what is calculator? In our Python, what is calculator? Is an object. Object. It takes some memory space or not? It takes what? X bytes of what? Memory space. It takes X bytes of memory space. I want one torchlight. Torchlight. They want one torchlight. Want one torchlight. Because when power is going, they want to keep torchlight and they want to read notes for that purpose. And they will buy what? Torchlight. They are buying torchlight. Torchlight also want to buy that is also called in Python what? Object. That also take what memory space? Y bytes of memory space. You need to spend some separate amount also on that. Correct or not? Next, want what? One landline also they want. They want one type of what? Communication device. So you will take what? You will apply for what? Landline. So you will buy landline from, in earlier days, people used to buy from BSNL. That is also called one object that is used to take what? Z bytes of memory space. Z bytes of memory space. Are you following me? Like that, in olden days, I want these three things. If I want to store in your place, how much memory space is needed? X plus Y plus Z memory space is needed. Correct or not? So these, and I want one to buy what one? Want one wristwatch also. One wristwatch. One wrist. That is called one watch. I mean, you know, one watch, for you to verify the time and all. So what is happening now? There also, you are buying the watch. You are buying the watch. Buy the watch. So that is also taken as what? One object. That will take what now? K bytes of memory space again. If I want to carry all of them at once, I need a very big bag to carry out or not? Because these are all objects I need to bring into one place. This will take definitely more memory space or not? Come on. Now, today, now tell me, today, what is the scenario now? Who is replacing all of them? One mobile you take it. Mobile device you take it. You buy one mobile device which works as what? Which works as what? Basically, it is called what? Object. Mobile is called an object. Works like a calculator. Contains what also? Torchlight is there. Now it is going to contain what? One landline is also. We can make a call and acting as what? Watch. Acting as watch. These are all called what? One device, one object is doing these many operations. Will take what memory space? X bytes of memory space. In simply, it takes some Z amount of memory space only it will take. So which one is a better, students? This device will take what? X plus Y plus Z plus K. Definitely this application is called what? Heavyweight application. But this application is doing what? All outputs I am getting. As it is like earlier, I am getting now. But it is going to become what? Lightweight component it is giving. What it is doing? This is called what? One device acting as what? Multiple devices behaviors. Multiple devices behaviors. I hope you are following this. This is called what? One device acts as what? Multiple devices. One device is acting as a multiple devices. This representation is called what? Polymorphic representation. What it is, how it is looking like? One in many forms. One device acts as what? Many forms. Anything understanding? Okay, let it be, no problem. If you don't understand, no problem. 2% understood? 2% out of 100%. Understood? Okay, next. Suppose you are there. This is the best example for you. You are there. This is you are. Who are you? Object. You are an object. Who are you? Who are you, student? In my class, you are sitting. You are you? Student. So you are an object acting as what? Student. When you go to home, you are called what? You are child. You are child. మీరు చైల్డ్ ఏం కాదు, మహామూదుర్లు మీరు. When you go out of that, even no politician also enough. The only thing is you are not wearing white and white, that's all. So you are intelligent, correct? Intelligent కదా? Intelligent. So you are not child. Okay, let it be child, because why should I deny your what? Child. So what is this now? One person sitting in the class, student, going to the home, child, and going to movie. Who is that? Audience. He is an audience. He is an audience. When you go to shop, who are you called? Customer. Customer you are. When you go to stadium, who are you called? Player. And these are all called what? Like this. Depends on the context. Your approach is different. Correct? Your approach is different. But actually, how many objects? One only. One contains how many? Many. This is called what? One in. Come on. One in multiple forms, or one form in. You are one only, but you are showing what? Different functionalities. How do you define that? The process of defining one form in multiple forms is called what? Polymorphism. What is form? I will tell you. What is one form also I'll tell you. What is multiple forms also I'll tell you. I think this example is, general example is clear. One more example. Did you understand 25%? 25%, no, 30%, 40, 40, 50, you have to get. Are you okay? Next, you have to enter into 75% గెలిపాలి ఇప్పుడు. You need to go 75%. I'm not giving complicated example. I have pen in my hand. Printing in which color? See the screen. Red color. Now I'm going to print. Which color it is printing? Green. Green. Now I'm having like one. Which color is printing? Blue. Next one more is printing what? Next I'm going to take it what? One more I'm printing. What is this? Yellow. Yellow. So how many pens I have? One pen. With how many refills? 5. Earlier days, what is happening? 5 pens keeping in packet, what will packet will tear it off or not? Because of heavy weight. In earlier days, one pen with multiple refills are there or not? Which is better? One pen with 5 refills is better. 5 pens independent is better. That will take what space? Less space. What is this example deals with? Polymer. Don't tell this example in interview. Because you are child, na? You said child you are. That's why child example I'll tell you. I'll connect to the programming. Are you okay? How many pens? One. One in many forms. One in many forms is called always polymorphism. How much percentage you understood? 75. Total understood or 75? Okay, good. Now programming I'm going to 10. Online students. So I hope you are understanding. Now coming to CX underscore Oracle. What is that? Third party module. Coming to the technical, where they used it. Oracle DB. Oracle DB is also what? Third party module. Next, MySQL dot connector. That is also third party module. In all the modules, there is a function name called what? Connect. There is a function name called what? Connector. Vinay, not writing notes. I did not say anything. Again, opening bag and seeing something is there in the bag. What a extra, all different things. Without listening, you are seeing what is there in the bag. Mobile is there in the bag. What are you seeing? Nothing. Only seeing something empty. You're doing experiment how dark will look like. Come on, fast. What is this now? In all these modules, what is the function name available? Connect. Connect. So connect with what? Host, username, password, database in MySQL, username / password @ localhost, that is called DNS / service ID. That is for what? Oracle related. So what is the function name there? Connect is one function only, but it is working same with all of them or different? Different. Connecting to Oracle, connect with MySQL, connect with any database. But what is the function name? Same only, one in many forms. One function can be used to connect with what? Multiple databases, which is known as what? Polymorphism. So they used a polymorphism already in the software development. So because of polymorphism, what is an advantage you are getting by my explanation? With the polymorphism, what is an advantage? You are getting totally less memory space is coming. I said already here X bytes, Y bytes, etc. If I take one thing, you are taking only one amount of memory space. 5 pens instead of buying, I will buy a pen with people's internally, which is available. That is going to be called what? Less memory space. Here also connect. One function with what? All the operations are doing. If I define 3 functions, Oracle connect, MySQL connect, MongoDB connect, different functions if I do, what will happen? 3 functions will take 3 different memory spaces. But here what is happening? Same function will be taking what? One memory space connected to many number of databases. Moreover, for programmer side is concerned, it is easy to remember. If I have 100 databases, 100 database modules are there. In all the places, what is the function name? Connect only. 1 in 100 connections can be obtained. Are you getting? Is it easy to remember the function or difficult to remember? If 100 databases, 100 function names are giving, it is difficult to the programmer to remember also. And for easiness, this polymorphism is the best. And easiness you keep in mind, remove from mind. And advantage of this is called what? memory space is totally less. If we go to inheritance, inheritance memory space is less only. But what is happening? What is happening when I'm going to take it? Total application wise, if you see, some more memory space will be taken compared to what? Polymorphism. Did you understand the importance of polymorphism first? So I'm going to use it in C1, C2, C3, C4. Again, I'm going to take it. Chudandi sorry. I'm going to take it. C1, C1 to C2, C2 to C3, C3 to C4. What is happening? X function, Y function, Z function, K function. How many objects I am creating? If it is a non-inheritance, how many objects I have to create? O1, O2, O3, O4. O1 dot, O2 dot, O3 dot, etc. Totally how many I am writing? 8. If I come to this place, O4 only I will create. O4 dot X, O4 dot Y, O4 dot K, O4 dot. Totally how many? 5. Definitely it is going to be 8 earlier. Now it is 5. Definitely less or not. When I come to polymorphism, I will write only 2. That is, if you take, this is called what? 4. You take it 100 classes, you take it. I will write 2. If I take 1000 classes, I will take it. I will write only 2. But if I go to inheritance, definitely what? One object only creating, but 1000 functions you are calling. But here, irrespective of the number of classes in polymorphism, I'll let just only 2. Bigger applications will take less memory space in OOPS. Are you getting? Let me show you that. First of all, did you understand the meaning of polymorphism? What is the definition of polymorphism? The process of representing one form in multiple forms. The process of representing one form in multiple forms is called what? Polymorphism. First definition clear? Will you remember? Definition of class, definition of object, definition of encapsulation, definition of abstraction, definition of inheritance, definition of polymorphism. You take any student and ask, they don't know not even one definition properly. But in my class, I give everything perfectly. Remember, what is the definition of polymorphism? The process of representing one form in multiple forms. Because of that, what will be the advantage? The purpose of polymorphism is always takes what memory space? Completely less memory space. Take an example. I am using one microphone. I am teaching what subject. Another person comes, he will not bring second phone, he will not bring. Second microphone, he will not bring. Same microphone, he will explain through the same mic, he will sing a song. And another political person is coming, he will give a political lecture with the same phone only, same microphone only. Are you able to follow? So I'm using same type of device for multiple purposes. Am I purchasing different type of mics here? No. So one mic is used for what? Multiple things. Is it called less memory space? Similarly, polymorphism purpose is to get what memory space? Less memory space. Sir, how to implement this, sir? What is that implementation? One in multiple forms. That is the principle actually. That principle can be implemented in Python, C++, Java, C#.NET. All object-oriented programming language implements polymorphism. Polymorphism is not a language. Polymorphism is the best principle. That principle implemented by what? All object-oriented programming languages. How they implemented all the object-oriented languages? Polymorphism is implemented. Polymorphism principle implemented. Polymorphism principle implemented means what? Bring into action. Polymorphism principle implemented by a programming feature called, I'm just writing here, programming feature called Method overriding. Method overriding. This is the most important. Method overriding is one of the feature available in C++, Java, .NET, even in Python also. This method overriding is the programming feature used to implement what? Polymorphism. Implementation means what? Bring into an action into by Python programming languages. All object-oriented programming languages. All object-oriented programming languages. By programming feature called what? Method overriding. Even in Python also, I am using what? Method overriding. Sir, what is method overriding? I am just writing it. What is method overriding? I am writing. Method overriding is equal to what I am writing now. Method heading is same. Actually, it is very easy. Method heading is same plus method body is different. Method body is different. Method body is different. Method body is different. Method heading is same plus method body is different. You know what is heading and what is the body. In the beginning of functions only I said. Look at DEF, method name, that is called a function name. What are you writing here? Self you are writing, some parameters you are writing, there you are writing, block of statements you are writing. This part is called what? Method heading. This part is called a method heading. And this part is called what? Method body. This is known as method body. I hope you are following. So in all the places, what is same? Heading is same. What is different? Body. If you go to shop, you are looking like same. If you go to stadium, you are looking like same. Your total structure is same. But what is different? The way which you do the operation is different. Right or not? In the class, you are listening. If you go to stadium, you are playing. If you go to movie, you are watching. Person heading is same. Their implementation is different. Their logic is different. Are you able to follow? Then to implement this method overriding, you must to use method overriding program feature in Python. Method overriding uses inheritance property. Inheritance property. To use method overriding in the program, you have to apply what feature? Inheritance. So to use polymorphism, what is required to use it? Method overriding is required. To use method overriding, what is required? Inheritance I need to use. To use inheritance, what do you need? Class. And also what? Object. Something I don't want to inherit, something I want to inherit, something I don't want to inherit. That is called I will hide it. Hiding. How to hide it? By writing double underscore. I will apply what also? Data encapsulation I will apply. Data abstraction also I will apply. So in real time, when any application is coming, I'll straightforward go to where? Polymorphism uses method overriding, inheritance, and other things. Let me go to one example. Did you understand? Little bit. Go to the example now. Let us go to the place. Now, first time, I'm going to show you the concept of what? Polymorphism. Please look at that. Polymorphism example1.py. Polymorphism example1.py. Class circle. Careful. Class circle. Class circle. Now I am going to take up DEF draw. DEF draw. Anka danikana simple example చెప్పేసి. Very simple example, because when I go for this example, you'll get little problem. Class cat. No, dog. Internet example. Internet లో ఉంటుంది ఇది. Class dog. DEF sound. Print. Come on, what is this now? Dog says, come on. ఏమనుకోని చెప్పండి. Okay, very good. So like that. Okay. Finally, we have to understand the example. You don't tell these examples. Finally, you have to understand the subject. Later, I will move to the further. Go to the place. Next, I'm going to say class cat. Cat. What cat is doing? Here, earlier I used to write what dog sound. Dog sound. One more thing I am saying. One more thing I am saying. For example, here I will say one more thing. Here only I am writing. Some of the people will think overriding means what? Same place they will write like that. Sound. Heading is same in both the places. Here I am writing printer. What is this now? Cat says. Cat says. Idena? Something students. Huh? Okay, Raghu is saying that. Okay. అంటే dog లో కూడా వెరైటీస్ ఉంటాయి. Small dog, a small cat. Okay, let it be. Anjali is saying correct. Huh? Okay, ma'am. Okay, Manjali, very good. So, MEOEE. Okay. Okay, students. Now I wrote it like that because you have a lot of skills, students. So now I'm going to write it main program. Now you are creating an object of D is equal to dog. So D dot what you are saying? Sound you are saying. This will give you latest functionality only. Latest one, which one? Line number 4 only will be the answer. Line number 4 only the answer. You will not get any time about this sound. If I want to get it, I have to do what? Change the order. Change the order. Change this order. Are you following me? Change this order. So say here like this. Now you try to run. Latest function only will be taking. But is it a method overriding? No. This is not a method overriding, students. What I do now is, so method overriding means what? I should not take it in where? I should not do it in where? Same class. I am doing class now. Cat I am taking from cat is taking from where? Dog. And moreover, here I am doing, suppose if I take it, dog sound, for example, DEF, cat sound, if I do it, print off what I am doing, print off what, cat says, I'm just writing something like this. Cat says, so like this, I'm just writing like this. Like this, I just said. How many objects I will create? One object only I will create. C is equal to what? Cat. It's nice. One object. I'm minimizing my memory space. But how many functions I'm calling? Dog sound plus what next? C dot cat sound I'm going to say. As far as the class cat is concerned, it is okay. But the total application will take how much memory space? Total application will take how much memory space? Definitely dog sound is coming. Cat sound is coming. Total application will take two functions plus one object. Totally how many? Three. Suppose if I increase my another class, if I elephant if I take it, something multiple class, multiple animal sounds if I take it, what will happen? More number of space is coming for the functions. So if I run my example, I'm getting two different sounds. That's okay. Even if I go to this, without this separate classes also I can write. Separate classes if I write two objects or two functions. So compared to non-inheritance, inheritance is better. Now today, I don't write what. You just take it, remove that, and I'm saying this dog. What is happening? Say pause. Because of that, what is happening? Tell me. Take it as what here? Just to say what? Sound. What class object you are creating? What class object creating? Here I am writing with respect to what? With respect to what class? Cat class. What object you are creating? Derived class object you are saying. C dot what now? Sound you are saying. What is the answer is coming? Madhubavalu, this function is inherited here or not? What is the answer is coming? This will say this answer. But which class object you created? So what is the answer? Is it a totally different answer or not? You are printing cat class, but it is coming, different answer is coming. Is it correct? According to this program, okay. But according to the logic point of view, third point, user point of view, it is called what? Wrong. It is not that much correct. So how do you adjust this? I am going to say remove the pass from cat. What is coming? Dog. Dog is called a class which is giving the method called what? Sound, which is the body of what class? Dog class, which is coming into this cat class. I'll change the body. Heading I will take same. How do you take it? DEF. But I am taking sound of. Heading is same. This is called which method? Original method. Spell out. Original method. This is the original method. That method, I'm going to do what? Overriding. See the symbol of overriding here? Symbol of overriding. Overriding means what? Remove the previous definition, write your own definition. Say there I am writing. I say print of what? I say this. Cat says. So, like this, I am just going to write it. Are you able to follow? What is this method is called? This is called what? Overridden method. What this is called? Overridden method. Overridden method we can call. This is called which method? Original method. What this is called? Overridden method. Cat says like this. Coming to the point back. With respect to cat class and sound. Now start the flow. C dot sound. Sound function called with respect to C. C is an object of cat. PVM goes to cat class looking for sound. That is called which method? Overridden method. Overridden method means what? That memory space will be created for the method. In this method area, in this memory space, this answer will come that will be shown on the screen. Let us run this example. I got the like this. Now the question is, I want to call which animal sound also? Dog animal sound also. How do you call it? You know, in our program students, when you look at that, this is a base class. This is a derived class. How I called my base class methods? Self dot get A, self dot get B, because they are different methods. Today, here, sound of which class? Cat class is calling what? Sound of which method? Which class? Dog class. How you cannot call what? Self dot sound you cannot call. If we call self dot sound, what is happening? Same thing will call again and again. Self dot base class method is possible when they are having uniqueness, different methods, but you are having what? Same. This is calling, becoming what? Recursive, calling again and again by itself. See the answer now. Same thing calling again and again. See that same thing is coming or not? Are you following? So how do you avoid this? Don't write self dot sound. This is not working. In inheritance level only, you see, in inheritance level only, it is possible. But in polymorphism, when you come to it, I have to use some new syntax. What is the new syntax? Super of dot sound. What is the super of says? Who is the super class for cat? Dog. That says dot what? Sound. This function will be calling. See the answer now. You are getting both the answers or not? Are you getting me? So what did you understand now? Here you see, when you say this now, what is the special advantage I will tell you students? When you call it in the memory space is created for a sound object, answer is coming about the cat. The moment when you call super dot sound, it will go to this place. In the same place only previous output is removed and I got it already. What is coming? That output also will be coming. How much memory space is coming for these two methods? One memory space only coming. In one point of time, this answer came. In another point of time, this answer is coming. In earlier case, what is happening? One memory space for derived class, one memory space for base class when it goes to base class. How much memory space is coming? Multiple memory spaces. When you come to polymorphism, how much memory space is coming? one memory space for all of them is coming. Is it not called less memory space? So finally, in this place, how many sounds are there? How many sound functions are there? One only. Madhubhavula, one only. One sound function giving how many answers? Two answers. This is called one form is going to give you multiple forms. One sound function is giving multiple sounds. It is known as what? Polymorphism. So what is this function is called? Polymorphism says one form in multiple forms. One form is known as what? Original method. Multiple forms are called what? Overridden method. One more I will write it. See students, class, what I will write it? Human being, class, DEF, DEF, what is this now? Sound. Human being will make what sound? Print of what? Human says Python. Python. Don't tell Python. Okay, Python. What is this method? Human of what I am taking? Human of taking what? Cat. Cat. From this sound is coming. What is this method is called again? Overridden method. Overridden method. Come on now with respect to what here? Human. For example, what is this now? C is equal to what I am saying? Human. No problem. Human dot what? Sound. చూసుకోండి ఇక్కడ ఒకసారి. Very beautiful. This is coming to where? Overridden. That overridden method is again inherited. That is again overridden. Are you following this? Try to run. What is the answer now? How many sound functions are there? One. But how many sounds? Three. You try to eliminate and try to run. See students, try to run. Python, human says Python. From this place, I want to call what? Super off. What? Sound off. Sound off. So go to this place. Now I will say this answer is coming. Cat says like that. From next what? It will go. From this place I will say what now? Super off. Sound off. What is the answer is coming? Dog says like that. Are you able to follow? This is the one. How many sound functions? One. In that space only, all three results will come. If I take inheritance, three different methods I am taking or not? Three different methods, memory spaces will take. Which one is better? Polymorphism is better. Now, you may have a doubt. Sir, I am having cat sir or dog sir, cat sir, human sir. So, human sir. So, human directly want to call what? Dog. Human is calling cat. Super off you are saying, dot sound you are saying. From there you are writing what? Super off dot what? Sound you are saying. But today I want human directly want to call what? Dog. How it is possible? Human of dog. Endadi? Human of dog endadi. So, my dear student, you are preparing something different. So, very danger. Now go to, no problem students, because Python is not yours. So this is called a polymorphism example 1.py. Take the same example. I will try to take up new thing. I will take it. I will just show you that approach. Then I will move to the further. Here I am writing. Something is coming. Polymorphism example 2.py. I think online students, you are following me. Just don't write this. Don't write this. Here I will go for it. Go to the place. Here I am writing directly this place. And here super dot if I write, you will get it. But today I will write it what? Which class you want to call? Dog related. Write what now? Dog off. Dog only. Dog off, no dog only. Of what you will say? Sound. What is this dog? Class name. Class name dot method name is called what method it is generally? ఎందుకే మీరు అసలు go to the place, classes and objects, methods, types of methods. చూడండి ఇక్కడ class level method, class name dot method name. చదువుకోండి. Class name dot method name is what? Class level method. Class name dot method name is what? Static method. But what method it is? What method it is? Instance method. Instance method. But you are calling with respect to what? Class name. It will give you error. For that it is saying what? Pass self. Self indicates that in the dog class, call the sound method which takes self as a parameter. That will execute the answer. Human says Python. Dog says like this. You search in every internet this point you will not find. Sir, from where you point you search it. You search this point. You search for half day. You will not find. Next, one more thing you see. Next is called what? Cat. Dot what? Sound off. What is this now? Sound off. What you will say again? Self you say. Small s. Small s. Also say. Whatever the way I like it, I can call. How many ways are there to call my base class method? 2 ways. One is by using super off, one more by using that corresponding class name and self. Tomorrow when I come back, because tomorrow when I come back, I'll go for self with the parameters, self with a dynamic thing, self with hybrid inheritance also actually. Self with the parameters, constructors with self calling, constructors with class name calling. So much of thing I will explain. Oops is not oops. Oops is some danger. So, coming to the point of it, here Mayank is asking, okay, Mayank doubt I will show you. Mayank doubt I will explain after a few minutes. Let me show you my point I want to tell you today. There I want to go for polymorphism concept I want to show you. So, in this place, concept of polymorphism I want to say. Read out, ma. Once you read out, polymorphism is one of the distinct feature of OOPS. The purpose of polymorphism is that efficient utilization of memory space or less memory space is achieved. Definition of what? Polymorphism. Come on. The process of representing one form in multiple form is called polymorphism. Polymorphism principle implemented by using method overriding feature of all object-oriented programming language. This is a very important word. What is method overriding? Heading same, body different. You are same anywhere else if you go. Your actions are different, same. In the definition of polymorphism, one form represents original method. Multiple forms represents what? Original method. Multiple forms represents what? Overridden methods. What is the form? Form means what? Existence of the method. If it is existing in base class, original form. If it is existing in derived classes, overridden form. Form. A form is nothing but existence of a method. If a method is existing in base class, then it is called original method, one form. And if it is existing in derived classes, then it is called overridden method. That are called what? Multiple forms. Is it understandable? Now, this is polymorphism. Method overriding I want to show you because in connection with it. You just see students. You just see. In this case, this is a sound. This is called what? Redefined format of original form or not? This is also called a redefined form of another form. So what do you mean by method overriding? Two definitions. Method overriding is equal to method heading is same plus body is different. Another way is what? I defined something here. What are you doing? You are redefining. You are redefining. For what? To perform different operations. The process of redefining the original method of base class into where? Derived classes is also called what? Method overriding. Let me show you that point. Method overriding I am showing. Just to look at small points. Method overriding is equal to method heading is same, method body is different. The process of redefining the original method of base class into various derived classes for performing different operations is called method overriding. I defined it. My students are redefining that. Is it not called method overriding? Next, to use method overriding in Python program, we apply which principle? Come on. Inheritance. Next, the method overriding used for implementing what? Polymorphism principle. One equation I wrote it. Polymorphism uses, method overriding uses, inheritance uses. So if I am going to use whoops, total application is with polymorphism only will start. That's why we are discussing one by one in this place. Are you able to get it? This example, today just only two I said. Tomorrow more examples I'll tell you on polymorphism. And in this case, students, in this case, you are coming to this point only. And tomorrow constructor overriding also I said. Today I said purpose of polymorphism. Inheritance and polymorphism, still I will tell you. Just one example, you can easily understand. C1 to C2 to C3 like that. Here I am having X function. Here I am having Y function. Here I am having Z function. This is one figure, figure number 1. Figure number 2, C1, C2, C3, C3. Here X function, here X function, here also X function. What the figure 1 says? Inheritance. Figure 1 is purely what? Inheritance. Figure 2 is what? Polymorphism. Because same function is available. Are they giving same advantage? Are they giving same functionality? No. They are giving what? Different functionality. But how many methods? One method only. In one method memory space only, total 3 will be executing, depends on the context of PVM existence. But here, separate memory, separate memory, separate memory is taking. We don't want this problem. We want this type of approach. Okay now? So Mayank is asking one doubt. So here, sir, if we take 100 methods and all methods names are same in polymorphism, then we will have to see each method body one by one to see what method is doing what. Is it a disadvantage of polymorphism? 100% no. See, Windows 10 interface is different, correct? Windows 8, Windows 9 interface, that interface of that screen is different. What is that interface is doing? Interface is a function. They have their own logic to say. And when it comes to other operating system, what they are changing? Overriding. They are showing their own different appearance. So when the developer is going to do, for the developer is concerned, it is the responsibility of the person to define according to the present situation. Correct or not? So it is not a drawback. It's an advantage actually. So if I take different methods, what will happen? It takes more memory space actually. Are you following me? So let us suppose you are there. You are going to 10, one shop, one stadium, and etc. One shop, one stadium, etc. Will you have 5 forms by yourself? So will you feel difficult in remembering when I go to class what to do, when I go to shop what I will do? Will you have that problem? No. So Mayank, I hope you understood. I think so. Now I will go to a small example or two things you remember: super off and class name approach. In tomorrow, multiple examples I will discuss. Okay, now? So I'll stop now. So morning class as usual, evening class as usual. Tomorrow class, don't miss it. Important concept I'll tell you. Constructor overriding example, method overriding example with a polymorphism I will say. Here you see super of approach, class name approach in polymorphism today. Super of, there multiple examples I'll tell you in tomorrow class. Okay now? Right. Don't miss it. Tomorrow important sessions. Thank you students. Online students, doubts are there, you hold on. Any doubts are there? You can ask me. Am I audible to you first of all?